door's so hard to open. Hello, folks. All right. Well. Good to see you, Cheryl. See, I love the fact that it says 0 still on my end. It still says 0, but I know Cheryl's here. Good to see you, Cheryl. Good to see you. Well, nobody showed up on my... Good to see you, Susie May. If you like what you're watching, don't forget, folks, smash that like button, as they say here in the YouTube. Yo, guys, what's going on? My homage to the Logan Paul. Good to see you, guy. Hey, Major Vanessa, good to see you, Retro Jess. Good to see you, Retro Jess. Good to see you, Norm. Susie, folk, tuning on in. Welcome. I am getting paid to drink this coffee right now. Good to see you, Amy. I can't get enough of the Brooklyn Bridge. So we're gonna walk on the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm gonna show you the everyday chaos that is on the Brooklyn Bridge. It's amazing. It's drama filled. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Yep, lazy work day. Right? Ah. Look at this. Somebody made a little snowman. Hello, little snowman. That's neat. Somebody made a snowman. I like that. I like it. Welcome to City Hall Park. Good to see you, Dave. Got that shine coming from the Hilton Millennium Hotel over there. Shining up the park. All right, it's every day, bro. It's every day on the Brooklyn Bridge, and that's what we're gonna see right now. We're gonna see the Brooklyn Bridge. We're gonna walk over the Brooklyn, well, not all the way over the Brooklyn Bridge, because I have to come back to Manhattan. Meeting up with somebody in a little bit. I may be doing a very special Periscope later on. So stay tuned to all these Dutch Mod stations. To all these Dutch Mod stations. Let's see, do we have the squirrel tree again today? Let's see if we have the squirrel tree again today. I don't think we have the squirrel tree. Oh, yesterday this tree was full of squirrels. But they are feeding the boys. They are feeding the boys. Good to see you, Jamie. We're gonna walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. We're gonna walk over the bridge. Enjoy see the sights. Good to see you, Abby. City Hall Park. Beautiful. Good to see you, Sherry. Wait until we get up onto the bridge. It's gonna look really beautiful when we get up onto the bridge. And chaotic too. And chaotic. The family once again assembles here on YouTube. Gotta walk over this 134-year-old bridge right now. Good to see you, Denise. Oh, there'll be total chaos on the bridge. It's every day, bro. It's every day. It's every day. Just had what you guys didn't see, but there was a tourist attempting to hop on the stream here. He was about to do something, and I gave him like this look. Don't mess with me. Good to see you, Cindy. Good to see you, Cindy. Welcome. Guy Heyman, gonna hit those roads of America tomorrow. On the road again. That's what you listen to, right? Right, Guy Heyman? Every time you leave town? You throw in some Willie Nelson? They cleaned up the bike lane a little bit better than yesterday. A little bit better. It's an improvement. Tomorrow, I know I have people on my bike tour tomorrow. On my bike tour, right? Oh yeah, Nelson all the time. Now you're talking. The trucker's anthem on the road again. The trucker's anthem. Uh-oh, there it is. There it is, the 134-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Steam power, horsepower, and raw manpower. That's what's built the Brooklyn Bridge, built in an era before electricity. The Brooklyn Bridge is truly a handmade modern marvel. Every day, 190,000 people cross the bridge. Wait, will be some of those 190,000 today. I know. You know, this is what I don't understand, Susie May. When it's 0 degrees, 22 people show up for a tour. When it's a beautiful day like today, nobody shows up. I don't get it. Beautiful view. Wait until we get to the middle of the bridge. Wait until we get to the middle. There's the county clerk's office. That building right down there has every single building deed for every single city. Doing great. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. City Municipal Building. Good to see you. Good to see you, DMF Studio. Hello. Ah, yeah. You know it's good weather when these guys are out dancing. Oh, he's playing the nice old school stuff. Thank God. They don't make hip hop like this anymore. Oh, that was a good jam. That was a song from my youth. You want to tap hearts? Don't tap hearts. Just give me a thumbs up. For every thumbs up here on YouTube is 10,000 Periscope hearts, a completely arbitrary number I made up. Exactly, Jamie. Exactly. All right. We're about to go onto the Brooklyn Bridge. Here it comes. Let's see, you're gonna see me constantly say I'm gonna pay attention to where I'm walking. That's what you gotta do when you're here. Brooklyn Bridge don't play. I'm downing my coffee because I want to have a clear mind as we go over this bridge here. I want to be ready for anything. But this is it. Now, when the Brooklyn Bridge first opened, there would have been a trolley shed above me. There used to be a trolley and a cable car that used to go over the bridge. And that's all it did. It went back and forth over the bridge. And then eventually, trolleys take over the bridge. Kind of amazing when this bridge opens up in 1884. The only thing you got 30 years before the automobile is invented. All right, let's do it. Clear minds, exactly. Did I what? Did I like your dog? I don't know. Didn't see it. I didn't see your dog. I go, oh, you're gonna spin the wheel. That's right. Let me make sure I'm on the right side here. Let me make sure I'm on the right side. So technically the vendors are allowed to set up here between the beginning of the bike path and the stairway here. NYPD keeps on telling me this is, how do you do a thumbs up? You could, I think you could just go put the video in portrait mode, right? Then it should be at the bottom. Oh yeah, even when it's yellow, even when it's dirty. All right, so now we are officially on the bridge. Kind of amazing that when the bridge opens up, the automobile is not invented yet. Kind of amazing. Kind of amazing. I'm always amazed by the simple fact that those towers of the bridge were the tallest man-made structures on the North American continent, and they held that title for nearly 40 years. But it's every day, bro. Every day on the bridge, you gotta watch out when you're riding the bike. Gotta watch out when you're walking. Good to see you, Miss Lovely. Get out of chat, bottom of the video. There you go, for the thumbs up. Ah, you missed the Frozen Grifters. We're gonna be back to see the Grifters. Good to see you, Boozy. Kind of amazing. People were even unsure. Where are we going today? We're exploring the Brooklyn Bridge right now because I am getting paid. Nobody showed up for my tour. So I might as well give you guys a tour of the Brooklyn Bridge. Full of Starbucks and I'm ready to go. I'm full of Starbucks and I'm ready to go. It's a little bit boring right here, so I'm gonna talk to all of you guys out there. Welcome. get to the more interesting part here. Kind of feels like I'm walking in a line. Got people behind me, got people far behind me. Hello. Ruben's in the house. Good to see you, Ruben. So, to give you an idea of when the bridge was built, to give you an idea, you know, it took 14 long years to build the bridge. Between 1869 and 1883, years during which Thomas Edison invents the light bulb and the phonograph, Alexander Graham Bell invents the telephone, the buffalo were exterminated from the Great Plains, the catcher's mitt and curved ball were introduced to the game of baseball. In Washington, President Chester A. Arthur installs plumbing in the White House, and in Europe, Picasso and Einstein are born. Just some of the things that were happening while we were building the Brooklyn Bridge. My favorite statistic, my favorite fact, is when they complete the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge, which we're coming up to momentarily. In the summer of 1876, the week that tower was completed, General Custer lost at the Battle of Little Bighorn. We were still fighting against the Native Americans. So we were still battling against the Indians, Native Americans. It's crazy times. Exactly. President Arthur could finally flush his toilet. It was a big deal getting plumbing. Oh yeah. When it's bad weather, people want to go out and tour. Go think it. Go funk it. That's right. It did delay. Was it delayed due to the, yes. The people who ran the ferries did not like the bridge. So they did do some sabotage, especially in the early stages of the construction of the bridge. Not too much craziness. Nobody got hurt, maimed, or killed, luckily. But stuff slowed down the construction process for a little bit. That's the battleground. Oh yeah, absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. The views are getting more amazing. That's New York by Frank Gehry, that silver building right there. And then we have the ugly Verizon building, deemed one of the ugliest buildings in America. Yeah, hopefully it was just construction delaying the hijinks. That's right. Just north of Yellowstone. Wow. So he was all the way out there. Wow. I find it amazing that, you know, this is the era that this bridge gets built in. I mean, it was really a different time. I mean, we've come a long way when it comes to communications and all that high jive. Oh yeah. Hey, look at this. Here's the view, people. Here it is, the greatest bridge in the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. Here it is, in all of its glory. Every day, 190,000 people cross the bridge. And as you see, it's mostly tourists on the bridge. You got a few New Yorkers on the bridge. But there it is. We're gonna get right out to the middle. That's right. Thank you so much, Pussy. Thank you so much. So we're gonna get out there, right out there in the middle of the bridge. The best view is in the very, very middle. I think we have some kind of a tour ahead of me. I'll see you later, Denise. So we have some kind of a tour ahead of us here as people do their selfies. The International Selfie Stick Zone, always here on the bridge. So the 4 main cables are original to the bridge. Most of the suspender cables are original to the bridge. Kind of amazing. It's such a different animal walking on the bridge compared to riding a bike over it. Good to see you, Shallow Boogeyman. You love the bridge? Awesome. Now the Verrazano would be my favorite bridge in the city, but I cannot ride a bike over it. So by default, the Brooklyn Bridge is my favorite bridge in the city because it's the oldest. The thing I love about the Brooklyn Bridge is that you ride over this thing in the early morning and you're going right into sunset. You're going right into sunrise. That's right. Actually, we can see the jetty from here, right? Can we? We're directly above it. So, yeah, here it is. The jetty's right down there. Boozy Burger Bell got married right down there. Life is going great. Thank you so much. Yep, love to walk over the bridge. So the circles that you see right here, these are security fences so people don't climb the bridge. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Retro Jess. People like to climb the bridge, and there was a couple of artists from Germany who supposedly they were paying tribute to John Roebling, but what they did was they climbed the cable here in the middle of the night and they replaced that American flag with a bleached white American flag. They did that all in the middle of the night. It's always packed. And actually, considering this is like a day, like it's like a summer day out here. Absolutely, that's one of the greatest walks in America, Norm. Watching the sunset or the sunrise from the bridge is one of the greatest things you could ever do here in New York. Couple of reasons. One, it's not as crowded as you see it is right now. It's very few people, so you can get the best pictures of the bridge in the early morning or in the late evening. But it's just that view that is over a century old now that really makes it unique. As we get up over the East River now. That's right, the best part of New York is Brooklyn, correct. We have all the best pizza. We have all the best pizza. So these are solid stone towers. There are no hallways inside of it, if you will. It's completely solid stone. Steam power raised these blocks here. It's kind of amazing. Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great, Shallow Boogeyman. It'll be great. Now I could show you my favorite guy right now. Let me show you my guy. Let me show you my favorite guy. Let me show you my favorite guy. There he is. There he is. Frank Farrington. Back in 1876, they wanted to show how strong the cables were. So he decided to swing between each tower on just a hook and a piece of wood. And there was throngs of people, like 30,000 people saw him do this. And everyone flipped out. When he got to the Brooklyn side, they had to get the police to escort him away because the crowds were just so enthralled by seeing him cross the bridge on the cables here. It's very bright in New York City today. Good to see you, Julie. Good to see you. That's right. Isn't it amazing? I would give anything to see that. Because look how high that is. That's like over 200 feet high. It says more about the hook and the wood than the bridges. That's right. That's right. But you get an idea. Oh yeah, people climb. It's very windy out here. It was the first zip line. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mike. That was the first zip line. Yeah, sorry if we got a lot of wind noise. I'm really sorry about that. Gotta do my best to keep the wind out of the microphone here. Let's go to the very middle. Let's go to the very middle of the bridge. Isn't it beautiful? There's the Manhattan Bridge off in the distance. As we make our way through the center span, we are now in the scene. If you ever seen It Happened in New York, starring a very young Frank Sinatra, I am walking where Frank Sinatra was running. And the end of that, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's a very romantic ending to the movie. But it happens right here in the middle of the, right here in the very center of the bridge. As one of my guests said a couple of weeks ago, he was a big fan of the funk. And who was it? I think it was Earth, Wind and Fire. They have an album cover from right here in the middle of the bridge. It's expensive to live here. You know, I always say that. It's expensive to live here, but there's no other place where I'd rather live. And I'm happy that I'm doing something that I love. And, you know, it pays the bills somewhat. It's not too soul crushing at all, you know. It's a little chilly out here, but not too cold. Good to see you, Jason. It's a little chilly, but I don't have gloves on. So, you know that's the mark. If I had gloves on, then that's how you know it's cold. It is too crowded for bikes. The pathway is only 16 feet wide, so it doesn't help when people, like, you know, don't pay attention to where they're supposed to walk, even though you have the markers right there on the floor reminding people. So you have people who willfully just ignore the rules, and you know, it makes it tough to ride over. The city at night's awesome, you know. It's where I live, it gets quiet, but if you stay like in a place like Times Square, obviously the hubbub is always going on, the noise is always going on. But it's nice at night, especially walking over this bridge at night. It's a beautiful thing. Exactly, I'll get the bikes off the bridge soon, exactly. Gotta be careful with the selfie sticks like that. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that, Jason. On this platform, that whole situation is completely irrelevant. As the rice scum will say here on YouTube, it's irrelevant. It's beautiful, absolutely. These are the sights and the sounds of the city, right here. Yeah. So now we're in the center of the bridge. Let me show you the expansion joint. My favorite little thing. Exactly, Boozy. Exactly. So here it is. Right here. Here is the expansion joint. Exactly, Jason. Yeah, Jason's out on the trolley. Here is the expansion joint right here, folks. Here's the very center of the Brooklyn Bridge. You can see it's covered in oil. This bridge moves around a lot. Compared to the summertime, this bridge is it sags 12 feet lower than it is right now. What's the chocolate like over here? Go to Jacques Torres and get the best hot chocolate here in the city. That's over there in Dumbo. Just on the other side of the Brooklyn Bridge, you can get yourself the best hot chocolate in the city. But as you see, you can see everything from here. There's your World Trade Center. There's 40 Wall Street. We have the Lady in the Harbor, Statue of Liberty right down there. I wish she was bigger. There is no train, no subways go over the Brooklyn Bridge. It's only car traffic. But when the bridge first opens up, you were strangely covered in chain oil the other day, fixing your bike chain. I wonder why. So when the bridge first opens up, the inner lane was for cable cars, the middle lane was for trolleys, and then the outer lane was reserved for horse wagons. Kind of amazing. But the subway runs over the Manhattan Bridge, and we do have a subway train going over the Manhattan Bridge now. Let me show you. There it is. Now right here on YouTube, there's a great video called Manhattan Bridge Time Lapse. Look up that video, and you'll see the bridge bounce and move over the course of an hour. Took the train to Coney Island. Yeah, it goes over the Manhattan Bridge to Coney Island, correct. I cannot wait until they get these horse carriages off the outer lane too. Yes, still can't. I am now standing on a bench. You can stand on the bench, just don't stand on the roadway. That's where I live, way down there by the big Verrazano Bridge. You saw that in that crazy blizzard broadcast we did. And I'm going to thank everyone for watching that video. Thanks for giving the thumbs up. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I was in 50-mile-an-hour winds in the middle of the blizzard. Because you know how we do here on the YouTube here. But there it is, the view that never gets old. Look, you got the Empire State Building right up here. And then for a New Yorker like me, it takes a lot for us to get jaded. But as I turn the camera a little left, you see those buildings under construction. That is Hudson Yards. That is the largest construction site in the United States right now. An entire new city is propping up over there. And all those buildings have popped up in the last year. So I'm kind of amazed that it's making that much of a difference to the skyline. Oh, wasn't it surreal going underneath the Narrows? So much to see. That's the thing about this city here. It's so it's visual. It's so visual. As people fly over the bridge. Not too many bikes. If there was more bikes, people wouldn't be hanging out in the bike lane like that. But not too many bikes on the bridge right now. But as you see, you get here to the middle of the bridge, even on the most crowded day. It's nice and chill out here in the middle of the bridge because most people are lazy and they only walk halfway up the bridge before turning around. So keep that in mind. If you want that picture in the middle of the day, come out here to the middle of the bridge and you can get the best pictures. Oh yeah, you gotta come out here and visit. Absolutely. It's the greatest place. I'm actually now, the wind up here is a little strong. So we got a lot of wind noise. Sorry about that. Hopefully the wind noise is not too crazy right now. But it is a little bit, it is a little windy up here right now. And whatever you do, never take Instagrams right here. People take Instagrams from here all the time. They get arrested, they get tickets. Oh, don't you love hearing the road bumps? Let's just listen to the bridge. We're just gonna listen to the bridge right now. I'm gonna put some gloves on, but I'm gonna be quiet for about 30 seconds here. And we're just gonna listen to the sounds of the bridge. Ah, right, on the Jersey Turnpike. That's right, guy. Aiming on the Jersey Turnpike. All right, hold on 1 second while I get some gloves. Yes. 30 seconds of peaceful quiet on the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, let's make our way off the bridge now. Now this is gonna be the fun part because I'm gonna walk right along the line here. I'm gonna walk right on that line that demarcates the bike lane from the walking lane. As you see, people just walking out willy-nilly. If you lived here in New York your whole life, you wouldn't walk like that. Good to see you, Susie. Man, that's right, Susie. You're more than welcome. Hopefully you're feeling better, Amy. Hopefully that wonton soup hits the spot for you. As we now come off the bridge. Despite how crazy it is, despite how chaotic it is, I really do love this place. And especially I love taking people over this bridge. Because I know for some people this is like their dream. I know a lot of you guys who don't live here or who've never been here to New York may have never had the opportunity to come over the bridge. But Norm did it right when he visited New York. Coming over this bridge for a sunset is truly a memorable thing because the sun goes behind the skyline right over there, so you get this amazing silhouette of the buildings. Oh, we love British people. When I met Boozy and Mrs. Boozy out there from Wigan, it was always a treat meeting British people. I love we love the British folk. Yeah, exactly. No, nobody pays attention to that stuff. Nobody pays attention to that stuff. So, as you see right now, I'm getting pushed into the bike lane, but I'm gonna try to walk right on this line here. So most of the cables here, the suspender cables you see here are original. And you see these spider cables here that come out, radiate. The ones that go up and down are the suspender cables, and the spider cables are the ones that go here at an angle. They over-engineered the bridge 6 times. So this bridge is not going anywhere. Enjoy the 7-Up. That's right, just like on the highways all over the US, that's right. Oh, the food? Oh, there's too much food to even mention. Yes, it is monitored by lots of cameras. Most of the cameras nowadays, the newer cameras, are hidden. But there are a few cameras, and when I see the next camera, I'll point it out. Yeah, Amy got moisture. Thanks for drinking some 7-Up, one of my sponsors. Exactly. As long as you're a good person, I love you. Like a good person with good energy. I appreciate that and I love you for that. But it's every day, bro. It's every day, bro. Just on the bridge here. Every day. My homage to the Jake and the Logan Pauls here on YouTube. It's every day, bro. Oh my God, walking over the bridge in the snow is the best. It's peaceful, not too many people out here. I actually did a walking tour in an ice storm over the bridge last winter. Never forget that tour. It's hard being good. For some people anyway. Thank you so much, Norm. For some people it is kind of hard to be good, unfortunately, but you know. You take the bad with the good and the good with the bad. See, if you want that picture where you're standing in the very middle of the bridge like that, like see this picture these people just took, you could do that early, gotta do that early in the day. Actually, I don't know if you remember that, Boozy, that nobody tipped. Nobody tipped on that one. Nobody tipped on that walk. They have these special brush machines to clean the snow off of the wood here. We have many takes on the hot chocolate here in New York. We have many different takes. We have many different takes. I want to go up to the City Bakery. Yeah, the eyesore building, exactly. Crikey, good to see you, Berenger. Crikey, hopefully you're having a great day down there in Australia. A worldwide audience, once again the family assembles once again here through the power of the internet, the power of YouTube. Gotta go back to bed. I'll see you later, Amy. Sleep well, feel better. As we now walk off the bridge, going back to Manhattan now. AT&T building in Nashville is pretty bad too, but I think the Verizon takes the cake. Even with the new windows they put in the building's still god-awful ugly. People take their pictures. Brooklyn Bridge, one of the most photographed areas in the world. Oh yeah. Subways are different everywhere. I mean, I was actually last night, I was really bored, and I was watching videos of the Glasgow subway. And I was amazed by how similar yet different they look. Similar, like the cars sound similar, but the trains look different. Exactly, you know, it's antenna things. That's it's right out of Batman. That's correct. That Nashville building, that Verizon, that building out there in Nashville, straight out of Batman. Absolutely. For those crazy. If you want that picture, you gotta do that early in the day. You cannot come here at this hour expecting to do a picture like that. The middle of the bridge shot picture. Here's another one. So you can only really do this in the morning. If you want to get that picture just right, you got to do that in the morning, in the early morning. There are methods to the madness here when you cross the bridge. Oh boy. Blinky's afraid of heights. Well, you know what? Blinky Bill's afraid of heights. You know, he thinks I'm talking to him. It's funny. You know, if you're afraid of heights, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge is a great spot to get over your fear of heights. Mrs. Boozy, always keen. Always keen, right? Nice pants, right? He was shiny. He was taking an album. Who knows? It's a new album cover. Who the hell knows? Gonna be #1 in Austria. Oh, the screen froze on him. That's funny. I'll see you later, Shiloh Boogeyman. Thanks for tuning on in. I actually had a person who was afraid of heights come on the tour the other day, and she completely froze up right about here. Right about here, she completely froze up, and she started literally clinging onto the pole right here. She got about this far, and then she couldn't go anymore. The Man Who Fell to Earth. That's a great movie. Isn't Charlton Heston in that film? So she stops right here, and she's like, I can't go anymore. I had to come retrieve her and then walk her off the bridge. I think everyone wants silver pants now. All it took was one guy in silver pants. Now everyone's gonna be buying silver pants. You hear that, silver pants manufacturer? You owe me some ad revenue. You owe me some AdSense revenue. The statue. That's the Gotta walk in the bike lane here, gotta watch out. I know, buy stocks in Silver Pants now. All right. There it is, the gold statue. Let me zoom in, there it is. The gold statue of civic fame. I had to walk her off the bridge. I had to literally hold her hand and walk her off the bridge. I had to lock the bike up on the bridge, and then I had to walk her off the bridge because she was literally frozen to the bridge. But there is a statue of civic fame, 24 karat gold statue. Somebody's listening in to me. No, don't stand behind me listening in to me, please. Yes, don't stand behind me listening to me. The statue of civic fame is the third tallest statue here in the city. She's made out of copper, covered in 24 karat gold leaf. And she was completely rehabbed about 10 years ago. You're scared of heights. I know, exactly, something too late. Too late. Okay, I gotta go. Yes, yes. Yes, you can't stand, don't walk behind me now. All right. Almost Academy Award. She's holding a crown. The crown has 5 points on it, and each point is for one of the boroughs of New York City. So yes, you did hear me tell somebody to not to stand behind me. He was listening in and standing behind me. So I had to scare him away, right? Exactly, we got that borough obsession. I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Robert De Niro would be proud. There's a camera. Got 2 cameras right up here. I'm gonna zoom in on those cameras. This camera you can see online. One of the DOT cameras. You can see the traffic cameras online. Just log in. There's cameras all over this bridge. Yeah, exactly. I should have gone into Brooklyn and he would have got scared away. That's right. I got to come back to Manhattan because I got a meeting with somebody. So I can't say who just yet, but you may get a special Periscope video later on this afternoon. So stay tuned to most of these Dutch Moss stations for more exciting adventures here in New York City. And if you're watching this video by the power of the algorithm, if you like what you're watching, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting adventures. Yes, this bridge is always covered in people like that. They owe you money. They owe you money, that's right. That traffic cam does owe you money. The guy behind me will tell us, that's right. That's right, he will tell us. No, I had to scare him away. He walked in the other direction. He was with other people too. He kind of left his own party alone and started listening to my story about the statue of civic fame. Oh, you're more than welcome, Abby. Yeah, a lot of politics with the other app. That's why I like doing my good stuff here on YouTube. This is the gold stuff right here. This is the stuff you will never see again on the other app. As we now come off the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, he was enjoying the free tour. Everyone enjoys a freebie. Everyone enjoys a free tour. No, he was not in silver pants. No, if he was the guy in silver pants, then I would have turned around the camera. Free tour is only on my YouTube. That's right. Look at that beautiful view of the #1 World Trade Center. Look at that, never gets old. You know, riding a bike down this is always an awesome time because you got that view there. Exactly, the silver pants dude can have free tours anytime he wants. Exactly. The silver pants dude, he's cool. If he's out here taking pictures in silver pants in New York, he gets a free tour. And he had good energy. This other guy seemed like he just was like a weasel. He wanted to listen in, but not engage. It's funny when I had to throw people off the bike tour because they're not with the tour. The only people I let kind of ride with me, if you're not on my bike tours, if you have one of our bikes. So that's right. It's legal to advertise my shirt or coats. That's right. And you're on the tour for free. Exactly, Dave. All right. as we come off the bridge. It does take chutzpah to wear silver pants. Oh, Jesus. I almost walked right into these people. That's another thing, folks. If you're here in New York, don't just stop when you're walking. Do me a favor. Don't just stop. As we now come off the bridge, we are now back in the international selfie stick zone. Is it a part of the... That's right. I could be independent out here. That's right. Silver Pants Dude is definitely on the trolley. Hanging out here with the fun energy. That's right. No, he wouldn't be wearing... You cannot spread... you cannot spread negativity with silver pants on. It's theoretically impossible. Who maintains the bikes? We have a crew of bike mechanics, and we have a location out in Brooklyn, a big warehouse where all the bikes go, and we maintain them. I think we crossed over. I think we have over 6,000 bikes with our company, Unlimited Biking. So we have a lot of bikes. As we have now successfully made it back to Manhattan. I'll tell you a couple of more stories here, and then we'll end the video. Yay! We're back. All right. Exactly. Negativity just bounces off silver pants. Correct. Yeah, we got about 6,000 bikes. Exactly. They have jobs for life. Correct. Yeah, we maintain our bikes really good. You're more than welcome for the tour, Dave. Well, one more thing. I want to tell you guys one more thing. We'll talk about Boss Tweed really quick. We're going to talk about that courthouse right over there, and then we will end the walk. And we'll try to look for some squirrels too. We'll try to look for some squirrels. But now we are in the City Hall Park area, the plaza here of City Hall. I was hoping that the guys would be dancing, but they're not dancing. I guess they were told to pack up. The Showtime guys are not dancing today. They set up, and I guess they're either A, not allowed to do their thing, or B, they're just not enough business maybe. You're more than welcome. Yeah, no, I got paid. Enjoyed your quiet time at work. Very nice. Thank you so much, Norm. One more story. And then we go, as we have all the pigeons and the squirrels. She's feeding the pigeons. She's feeding the squirrels. She's feeding the squirrels. And some baby pigeons. That's right. These guys are happy. They got snacks. Grippers are wimping out in the cold. That's right. Yes, they are. Don't report Boozy. Don't report him. All right. One last story, and it's of this courthouse right here. This is the Tweed Courthouse. It took 13 years or 14 years to build the Brooklyn Bridge. It took 17 years to build this tiny little courthouse here. Yeah, we started the video by the squirrel tree, and unfortunately there were no squirrels on the tree. So, you know, we'll end by the squirrel tree. But this Tweed Courthouse here, basically Boss Tweed got all of his... Boss Tweed was a corrupt politician, to say the least. And he got all his friends in on the construction of the truck. You think I have food, huh? You just came right up to me, buddy, huh? Huh, baby? Anyway. So, basically what they did was they set all the prices for everything here in the building. I know the reporter scared away the squirrels. That's right. Put Boozy on report, that's right. So basically, if a window costs $100, no, the window costs $300. If a door costs $40, no, it costs $80. In 1867, they paid a stonemason, and this is in 1867 money now. They paid the stonemason $373,000 for 10 days of work. It's kind of amazing. Now, the fleecing of the city to build this courthouse, when this came to public, the New York Times basically did an expose for an entire month. The New York Times added a bright orange piece of paper to their daily newspaper every day. And it was basically a price list of everything that the city paid for. So in 1871, Boss Tweed is is convicted of fraud and even capital murder. And I know, I wish I had those wages too. And Boss Tweed is then arrested and sent up to Sing Sing here in upstate New York. And if you can imagine, that's right. Actually, I could tell you where that used to be. That was right over here. Let me show you where that was. The Punamic subway. And part of the tunnel is for the art. They use it for the art train today. But basically, Boss Tweed, if you could imagine this fat old man of 76 years of age, he actually breaks out of prison and makes his way down to Florida. He makes it as far south as Key West, and he tries to hop on a steamship to go over to Cuba. That does not work, so he goes back up to Miami and hops on a steamship to go out to Spain. Oh, look at this. We got this guy. Oh, look at this. We got the pimp. We got the pimp. This guy here, always dressed to the nines. Always dressed to the nines. Every day. Style. 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 You heard of this one? I know, right? I know. We've seen him before. We've seen him at the World Trade Center. Like the other day, he was wearing like this yellow leopard print furry thing. I guess he's always down here. I gotta find out if his pimp hand is strong and his pimp status is righteous. All right, so let me show you. So there was a subway before we built the New York subway, and it was powered by air. All right, good yarn though. That's right. So right here, that's Murray Street, right down there, and then this is Warren Street. I know I gotta be careful to not get slapped by the pimp. But the subway literally ran underneath the street right here, and then went just past the block here to Chambers Street. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. The YouTube video is always great for showing the style here. But the air-powered subway went just this one block here, and it was right here in the shadow of City Hall. So Tweed, this is what happens. And I get the Tweed Courthouse here in the background. So this is what happens. Boss Tweed makes it all the way down to Spain. Now there was this artist, his name was Thomas Nash, and he used to draw these caricatures for the New York Globe, which was published in that building right there. And basically these drawings of Boss Tweed and all the other New York City politicians, they kind of went viral and they kind of went all around the world. So these drawings were very, very popular. So when Boss Tweed arrives in Spain, one of the dock workers recognizes Boss Tweed from one of these cartoons. So then he's quickly arrested and he is returned back here to New York. He still gets a courthouse though, exactly. So what ends up happening is he's then sent to the Ludlow Street prison on the Lower East Side, a prison that Boss Tweed opened up himself as a U.S. Senator in 1858. So he goes to this prison. Now, unfortunately, what happens is he's defamed in all the newspapers and all the media, and what ends up happening is his family abandoned him, all of his friends in government and in business, many of whom he made immensely rich. They all abandoned this poor old man, 76 years of age. Who are his last friends in the end? His fellow inmates in the prison. They quite find the old man remarkable. He had all these great stories. He was having affairs and drinking wine all up and down the East Coast. He had many a story to tell until he died about 5-6 years later. But those were his friends. When he died, his funeral was mostly attended by convicts. By convicts and, of course, by newly arrived Irish immigrants who he started their life. He helped them start their lives here in America. So, but Boss Tweed put back the subway by about 10-15 years. We would have got our subways in the 1890s if he didn't meddle around with it. Because Boss Tweed had a personal stake in the horse carriage trolley business, the omnibus industry. Exactly. He had a good life despite the darkness. I know, that's relatives for you. Yeah, it was sad. It was kind of sad how his whole family abandoned him. I mean, they wanted nothing to do with him at the end. And some of them even changed their last names because it was seen as a shame on the name. So it was kind of amazing. But oh yeah, right. Why am I walking this way? Why am I walking this way? Let's end by the. Let's see if we have that squirrel tree back, and then we'll end the broadcast. Here, leeches. They're family member. You know how family is. Families like that sometimes. We'll end with a clean hour of broadcasting here. My people, my engineer friends here on the YouTube, who I know at least watch the replays. They may watch live, but I know they watch the replays. We're getting good analytics from you guys. You guys are watching these videos, despite how long they are, all the way through. And for that, I am forever grateful, and the folks at YouTube are forever grateful for that. Exactly. He has some suit material named after him. We're all wearing tweed. But yes, everyone at YouTube would like to thank you guys for watching these videos. The analytics are crazy because we're bringing in a new demographic, 1, and 2, you guys are willing to watch videos longer than 15 minutes. And that's a huge thing here on YouTube. Usually here on YouTube, the audience is fairly young. They're teenagers. And, you know, we're bringing in folks that are a little bit older, adults, if you will. And for that, I'm forever grateful that we're changing the demographics of YouTube, broadening the audience. But more importantly, you guys watch my videos all the way through. And that is important. And that I'm very grateful for. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. What happens is that the average view time gets knocked down. So that's what ends up happening. The average, and then with some people, like if you have a YouTube Red account, I get some more statistics about you. I know we're not adults. We're old children. But yes, the view counts are very high. I mean, the viewer retention rate is very high with you guys. Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi in the stores. Probably. All right, let's end this. Let's end this where we began. We're back in City Hall Park. I think we all never try to grow up. We all try to be Toys R Us kids. And I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. City Hall fountain. And let's see, do we have any squirrels in the tree? No. No squirrels in the tree. Oh no, we got one. We got one squirrel in the tree. The reason why there were so many squirrels here yesterday was because people were feeding them peanuts. No, I don't know if you're watching the TV or anything like that. Peter Pan, that's right. So let's look at the squirrel tree and we'll end this fun broadcast. There it is. We all have Peter Pan syndrome, I think. But there he is, the elusive squirrel tree. The elusive squirrel tree in all of its glory. Ah, yes. The squirrel tree. Well, that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, yep, we never grow up. Never grow up. But I want to wish everyone, our bushy-tailed friends, that's right. Goodbye, solitary squirrel tree. Goodbye. I want to wish everyone a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish the moment. And good afternoon, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys later, folks. Stay tuned. I might be coming on Periscope. Who knows what the hell I'm going to do. I'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye. See you later, Dave. See you later, Mike. See you later, Guy Heyman. See you later, Norm. Cheryl, hugs all around. Boozy Burger Bell. The family, Norm. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys later.